Welcome to Module 5, Cracking the Male Code. This is where things get really fun. You're about to learn how men think when it comes to dating, love, and commitment. So if you've ever said, "Ugh, I just don't understand men," this lesson is for you. Lesson 5.0, Why Understanding Men Changes Everything. Now, before we dive into the specifics of how men think and feel and bond, I want to say this. I know you have a big heart. You want love, and you're willing to do the work to have the relationship you deserve. But if you're like most women I've coached, you've also felt confused and frustrated, maybe even a little bit defeated when it comes to dating men. And it's not because you're not enough, it's because no one ever taught you how to exactly understand men. See, as women, we were raised, whether by our parents, movies, or just society, to believe that when the right man comes along, he'll just know. He'll make you feel chosen. He'll sweep you off your feet and everything will fall into place. So when we walk around with this expectation in our minds, and every time it doesn't happen that way, every time he pulls back or doesn't call back or tells you he's not ready after weeks or even months of connection, you start to question yourself. Was I not enough? Did I say something wrong? Was I too much? Too little? But here's the truth I wish someone had told me years ago. Men are not walking around actively looking for a relationship. Love for them often happens by accident when they look up one day and realize that they don't want to lose you. It's not something that you can force. It's not something that you can inspire. That's something he has to come to on his own. And here's another thing no one told us. Men and women see relationships through completely different lenses. For most for most women, a relationship means safety, security, stability, love. It's about building a future, feeling chosen, feeling seen. For most men, a relationship means responsibility, pressure to provide, fear of failure, fear of losing freedom. And I don't say that to scare you. I say that to empower you. Because when you know this, you stop taking it personally when a man pulls back. You stop trying to perform for love. And you start realizing that the right man for you will move towards you on his own without you having to jump through a bunch of hoops to earn it. Let me tell you something that would have saved me years of heartbreak. Attention is not the same as intention. A man can flirt with you, text you every day, take you on dates, and sleep with you, and still have zero intention of building something real. And that's not because you weren't beautiful enough or smart enough. It's simply because he wasn't ready. And no woman, no matter how amazing, can make a man ready who isn't. That's why I teach something called the discovery phase. In the beginning, when you're getting to know a guy, you're observing, you're receiving, you're letting him show you whether he's worthy of your heart. Because here's the thing, the relationship doesn't begin because you chose him. It begins when he chooses you, not just with words, but with consistent action, effort, and respect over time. He must intentionally choose you. Remember the analogy I gave you in the first module? Dating is like playing the lottery. You buy the ticket, you hope to win, but you don't quit your job because you think every ticket is going to be the one. This applies to dating as well. During the discovery phase, you stay open, you stay hopeful, but you don't attach your entire sense of worth to every man you meet. You don't mentally marry him after 3 dates. You don't start living in a fantasy where you build a whole life in your head before he's even committed. You date hopeful, but unattached. This is the mindset that keeps your heart safe. A lot of women stay stuck because they believe things about men that just aren't true. So, before we go any further, let's look at 7 common myths that could be holding you back. Misconception number 1. He doesn't know what he wants and needs a long time to figure it out. The truth? Most men know much faster than you think, whether they see you as girlfriend material or not. In fact, many men say that they have a pretty clear idea within the first few dates. If a man is still unsure after 1 to 3 months of steady dating, it usually means he doesn't feel a strong enough connection, he's not ready for anything real, or he's emotionally unavailable. A man who truly wants you will move towards you. He will make calls, he will make plans, and he'll talk about the future. You don't have to wait months for someone to figure it out. So if a guy is dragging his feet, that's your sign to let go and move on. Don't ever excuse a man's inaction, telling yourself he's just shy. Masculine men go for what they want. And if you don't walk away from a man who is not showing up for you properly, there's a good chance you'll end up in the friends with benefits category or worse, a situationship. All right, misconception number 2. If a guy is physically attracted to me, he'll want a relationship with me. The truth is, physical attraction just means he likes what he sees. It's not the same as having an emotional connection with you. A man can think you're beautiful and still not want anything serious. Real relationships come from shared values, emotional safety, and mutual respect. Pretty is not enough to make him stay. Misconception number 3. I have to show men how sexy I am so they'll be attracted to me. The truth is, a little flirting and fun is fine, but trying too hard to be sexy can actually backfire. When you lead with sex appeal, you risk attracting men who only want you for one thing and not for the real you. You have to keep in mind, men love to cut corners and see what they can get away with. It's just human nature. So they will subconsciously test you to see, will she sleep with me fast? Will she let me treat her casually? Will she stick around even if I'm not giving much? If you say yes to everything just to keep him interested, he might label you in his mind as easy, even if you're just doing it to please him. I know it's unfair, but it happens. Men respect women who respect themselves. They're looking for a woman who will tell them no when something doesn't feel right. They want a woman who has her own boundaries, standards, and knows her self worth. Sexual chemistry can catch his eye, but it's your confidence and self respect that holds his heart. Misconception number 4. If a guy doesn't want a relationship with me after dating, he just wasted my time and had bad intentions. Here's the truth: not every man you date is going to be your forever person. And that doesn't always mean he was playing you or had bad intentions. Sometimes he thought he could develop feelings, but just didn't. Or he wasn't emotionally ready. Or he wasn't your match, even if things started off well. It hurts, yes, but it wasn't necessarily a game or a lie. Dating is about learning and discovering who's right for you and who isn't. And that just takes time to figure out. Not all men are looking to play games. Our next misconception, number 5: if I show a man how devoted I am to him, he'll fall madly in love. The truth is, it's easy to think that if you give him your whole heart, he'll see how special you are and fall for you, but that's not how most men bond. When you give a man your time, your energy, and your loyalty, even before your body has earned it, something happens in his mind. He values it less. He doesn't feel that he had to work for it or invest it in it, and he may even feel smothered by it instead of excited. And here's why. Men are wired to value what they pursue. When something comes too easily, without effort, it doesn't activate the part of his brain that says, "Oh, I need to cherish this. I need to protect this. I need to keep showing up for this." Instead, he may start to take you for granted or worse, start using you. He might feel bored or restless. He'll want to pull away without really knowing why. You see, love isn't created by overgiving. It's built when two people meet in the middle, show up, invest, and grow closer over time. A man is much more likely to fall in love when he feels he's earned your devotion, not when it's handed over too soon. Misconception number 6. If I'm hard to get, he'll move on to a woman who isn't. Here's the truth. Just like the last one, men value what they earn. Being too easy or too available can actually make some men lose interest. It's not about playing games, it's about living your life, having standards, and letting him show up for you. Our last misconception, number 7. If I don't sleep with him, he'll lose interest. The truth is, the right man won't lose interest because you're taking your time. In fact, for many men, waiting actually builds respect, curiosity, and connection. I took a poll on my men's page, and the overwhelming majority of men said they would, when they like a woman, they would wait to initiate sex until after an emotional bond has been formed. Remember this: if a man only sticks around for sex, he was never going to love you deeply anyway. These 7 truths will set you free. You don't have to chase, prove, or perform to win a man's heart. The man who's right for you will choose you just as you are. So, your job? Stay soft, stay wise, and stay true to you. As we move through this module together, I want you to carry this with you. Most women don't realize how men really see us. From the time they are boys, men are wired to pursue, and they spend their whole lives trying to get the best job, make more money, and build status and success. Why? Because deep down, men believe that having the right woman by their side is the biggest win they could ever have. And the better job, the more money, and the more status and success they have, the better woman they think they can achieve. In fact, often in business, a man is seen as more stable, trustworthy, and respected when he's married or committed. People literally judge his value by the kind of woman he has. And here's the irony, though. We as women so often feel insecure, like we're the ones who aren't enough. We doubt ourselves. We try to earn their love or prove our worth. But the truth is, we're already on the pedestal. The woman has always been the prize. The only mistake we make is when we step off that pedestal by chasing, overgiving, and forgetting our worth. If women could see themselves the way men actually see them, the whole dating game would change. Everybody would win. So don't shrink. Don't chase. Just stand tall where you belong. Next up is lesson 5.1, where you will learn 20 powerful truths about men that will help you stop overthinking, read his actions clearly, and understand what's really going on beneath the surface. See you there.